Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom. And my ex-fiance didn't send me any pictures. Oh, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. All right, this morning we woke up to minus 20. It feels a lot warmer than yesterday. So we had one cold day, and it'll warm up and snow just like it's doing now. Not like those poor bastards on the East Coast. They get winter on one weekend. We get it 10 months of the year up here. I'll take it 10 months of the year versus one weekend. That is a lot of snow those guys got. Okay, this morning we woke up to minus 20, but feels like minus 26 Celsius. And then on the yo-yo scale, a lame ass minus 4. Yes, minus 4, but feels like minus 15. Ooh, that's why it's the yo-yo scale. Up and down, up and down. All right, so today we're going to have that green toy up and running over here. I can't move the Me phone too much because it'll censor me being cold. And then we'll have to plow a little snow over here. Yes, but hopefully today the ex-fiance sends me a picture of her in her birthday sexy outfit. Yes, but she'll send it encrypted and encoded, so I'll need an enigma machine. Yes, I can spell it, but Google can't figure out what I typed in. Yes, an enigma machine so I can see the pictures. Yes, because what she'll do is take her hand and cover her feminine wows. Yes, just like me covering my man boob. And then on her fingernails, she will have nail polish of a certain color. Yes, she'll color them. Yes, and then she knows I'm colorblind, and she's had great fun with it over the years, always saying, pick a color, pick a color. So what she'll do, she'll paint her nails a certain color of nail polish. Yes, and then I have to guess the nail polish color to find out to see the rest of the pictures. Yes, so me being colorblind, the odds of me guessing the nail polish color, which won't be sex me red, yes, are very slim. And then I can't share or ask somebody what color her nail polish is in the pictures, because this how would you say, you can't share those type of pictures. Yeah, so then I'm screwed. But she'll give me 3 chances to guess. So I'll screw up 3 times in a row, and she'll say, too bad, so sad, no pictures for you. Just like no soup for you, like in a soup Nazi in Seinfeld. Yes, unreal. So it's just a tease. Yes, just like our relationship when we were engaged, and she was my fiancé, and I was her fiancé, or whatever. It's a good thing I didn't say I do. I don't know. And then I'd be living in the south mowing the grass, and I'd be an old guy. But up here, I'm young. I'm standing here holding a stick where it's warm and nattering away, which isn't making sense because I'm sober. All right, let's back up and see if the Me phone can handle Mother Nature. There we go. Yes, no sun. It's trying to snow. Oh, all right. And then over here, we have the wood stove smoke for the Swedish kid. I mean the young lady. I can't even see it. There's a glare on the screen. Well, at least there's no snowflakes yet. All right, let's get this thing back inside where it's warm. We have lots to do today because we have a quest to, to beat the injector cups. Hopefully we'll get all 4 of them out. We got 1 out yesterday, so we went from 5 down to 4. So let's see if we can get all 4 out today. We're going to have to build a special puller, so vodka will be required. All right, we better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, after morning coffee, and we got the cursor reverse plugged in because we're going to have to plow a little snow to park the green toy. All right. The motor's getting warm, being a gas motor, and there's only 9 liters of antifreeze, so we have the small block heater on it. All right, we're in the shop where it's warm. Okay, we also have the green toy plugged in. Yes, everything's going to be running today, I think. So there's the cord there. And it has the block heater right into the block, way up there. See that? We had it new replaced in 2019. Okay, after consulting with Jack Daniels last night, we've come up with an idea. 1, we can't push on anywhere on this head here to get these injectors out. So we have to be able to push on the bolts here. And we can't wreck the studs or whatever, because who says they're going to come out of the head? We might break them off and then do more damage to the head. So let's take an injector. Yesterday when I was wandering around, I went and found one. This one has a broken stud in there. Oop, and I did drill it out. Oh, hand and eye coordination today. All right, so I drilled it out and I'll chase it out. So let's take and cut this off. I did a grind test here on the back right there. It's got some different sparks. I think we can weld it. If not, we'll just keep booger welding it. If this goes on here like this, and then we should be able to push down through these holes, okay? Because there's no way I can make a plate and drill it so that it's accurate enough that the bolts to push on will be pushing on those studs. I could have $200,000 worth of machine shop tools and I'll still screw it up because I live in the land of Dr. Seuss where nothing is straight. Okay, this is what I'm slowly coming up with. We weld the bolts or the nuts onto here, and then this will push down. We have to figure out a way to hold these bolt to two injectors or injector cups together. We might have to put a plate over this here to use those bolts or whatever, because we're limited on the bolts we have here. Plus we can't get too fancy because we know we're just going to wreck it, so we don't want to waste too much time. So let's see what we can do here. Hopefully this will work. We'll get some vodka going here and then we'll do some welding. Okay, seeing as how I don't have the Binford 1000 milling machine or lathe. Okay, so if you know what the Binford 1000 is, you watch Tool Time Tim. Yes. All right. So this side here, I bolted the puller that we're making on top of an injector cup out of the head that we just did yesterday. This is the one that was tough to get out. So all the holes line up and bolting it together, I know it's straight. So this side here, I don't know if we can see that weld, Les Nesman. Okay. That weld was at number 1 and 40 on the wire speed, okay? So that's over here on the Hobart Handler 100. So we had it on number 1 and 40, okay? So that didn't really give us penetration. So over here, I did the other side, because remember, I'm still learning. I got welding certificates and awards in the cardboard box in the shed. That's where I display them. I don't hang them on the wall because they don't make me a better person. Learning makes me a better person. Okay, so this weld here turned out a lot better. See my finger? All right, we went up to 2 on the volts and down on the wire speed. So this is what we have here. So 2 got it hotter, and then the wire speed is slower, so it worked out good. I'm very pleased with that. So I'm learning, and this gasless wire is getting the penetration by the looks of it. I don't see any hairline cracks or anything like that, except for where I missed welding it there. I think it was the vodka. All right, so let's get the 7018 out, do some welds on it, and then we can figure out the 3/8 bolts on how we're going to imaginarily make them work. Okay, all it was one 7018 rod, 3/32. We worked it in. This is how I welded it. I didn't flip it around and around. We chased it around and around, and then we just went over the top. Okay, and I really had to force it over to the side here, but I didn't want it to flow down. I have a booger knob right here that I have to get rid of before I back it out because I could damage the threads. This side turned out a little better because I did it the second time, so I knew how much force to put on the rod to work it in. So hopefully these lips need some vodka. I will also improve my welds too. All right, so hopefully these welds will hold because they are pushing, will be pushing up, okay? Now let's put a plate across here, and then these will be anchored so we can bolt the puller to the injector. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and I reassembled the injection cup puller back to the injection cup. That's a template. I bolted it on. We are limited to the length of these bolts due to that's all we have in stock, and they're a common one because that's what's holds the injector into the cup. All right, so most people would cut this off, cut that off, and then fart around, but no. I've cut the pieces that are going to be welded on right in here to give it strength, because this is just going to collapse when you start pulling and heaving on it and beating on it, right? So also too, at my age, we do a feather cut or pull up at the last minute. That way the pieces don't fall on the ground and I don't have to bend over to pick them up. Pretty smart thinking for an old guy. Okay, trying different positions with the MIG welder, okay? And I'm learning this gasless wire. I actually bumped it up to 40 and 2. Okay, let's go back over here. All right, we're at 2V for victory, and we wound up to 30. Sorry, I thought I bumped it to 40. Oh, I'm confused. It's a good thing I checked. I must have been doing it at 20. All right, So I'm very pleased with these welds. We did them in this position. There's 2 passes on it, and we brought it from the outside in because you're trying to fill in the gaps and stuff like that. Now, this one I did it in this position, and the other one down here I did it flat, okay? So that's what I say. We got to try different positions to learn this flux core wire, and plus I got the dip. All right, can't forget your dip. Now I'll flip it over, and I'll just take the 7018 and do a pass in here. Okay, so then that should be good to go, and then it can cool down. Also too, we'll take the plasma cutter now, and just follow it around. Yes, so if I cut everything straight, I'd have to major problems. Also too, we've done this whole project with no tape measure. Okay, no tape measure, no nothing. And of course I'm using my paint marker, which has the end boogered out to probably be about 1/4 inch wide. So this is how you do the projects at the end of the world, okay? It's precision guesswork, I guess you'd call it. Or living in the land of Dr. Seuss, where nothing is straight. Okay, that worked rather well. You tighten these bolts down, that way it bolts the puller to the injection cup, and then you tighten these ones in, which is sending the power down these threads here. So just give these a snuggy boo, and then give it a love tap with a small hammer, just right in here. Just love like that, and then this thing will pop up or jump. So you have to do it several times, and very pleased. Now that I'm past the threaded studs here, I can undo the puller and then spin the injector around, injector cup, to get it out. Oh, these lips need some more vodka, but we got one out, almost. Then we can count, and then we can have a victory drink. Once that one's out, we can have a victory drink. Oh wait, we drink all the time. Okay, late coffee in the kingdom because we got it done. Yes, we got it done. 4 injectors out, so we achieved. So that means we can have 4 good stiff drinks and victory celebration. All right, this one worked out pretty good for not much thought being, how would you say, instilled in it or whatever. But also too, this is the one you need, because this thing will pull, and it pulls the threads right out of the bolt or in the injector cup. That's what happened here. So we had to drill it out to get the 7/16 in, and the alignment of this is based on those bolts, okay? So if I was to drill out this to get a bigger bolt in, it's pointless. These 3/8 bolts are what aligns it for these to go straight through, okay? And that's what you want. All right, so I just put a 1/4 inch bolt in there, had to die grind or buff the nut to fit in here, but it worked, and we had enough power. This thing here is just enough when you're torquing it down, or whatever, and then you give it the love tap. I wouldn't try it any harder. Like I wouldn't, how would you say, get the power bar out and put it on these nuts. We push the limits with it. You need to build one like this, but I would do it again. I would use fine thread in here, but and a grade 8 bolt. Anything you're doing with pulling, you have to have grade 8 bolts, okay? All right, so that worked out very well, very pleased, and we succeeded. All right, let's go have some victory drinks, and then we get to play on the cats or outside in the snow, because we did our little job. The boss should be pleased, but then again, he's an asshole.
Wednesday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 8:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head to work. As you can see, it is snowing. It's been snowing most of the night, but not much has come down yet. The street lights are even still on. It's pretty dark out, as you can see. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get ready for work. I'm gonna wipe the railing here, so when I come home for lunch on my break, I can see how much snow has come down. 12:30 and I'm just finishing up lunch. I had soup and a sandwich again since I'm still not feeling very well. I'm also subbing grade 3-4 for the rest of the week, but they have an early dismissal today and on Friday, so I'm actually only there for like a day and a half with them, which is pretty good. I do enjoy teaching them. They also want to put me on as permanent because I'm casual right now, so if I get on as permanent, that'll be a little extra money for me. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. Almost 4:30. I actually made it home from work at 4:15. I had a pretty long day. They had some meetings and stuff, so I stuck around and helped out. Now I got the skidoo out, and I'm going to head on over to the kingdom and drop everything off and see what my dad's up to. just after 4:30 and I made it to the kingdom. I think we are taking Curse of Reverse out to do some snow, and then we're going to use the green toy and move one of the motors around, but I guess I'll find out once I get down to the shop. I can hear my dad shoveling away, so I better go help him. Now he is bringing Curse of Reverse around to the shop. That way we can check the gas and everything on it to make sure we don't run out of it while we're out doing snow. We're just going to clear up a little spot for the green toy and the 45 here to sit. Just pulled Curse of Reverse around to the shop. That way my dad can check the gas and a few other things on it, because last thing we want is to run out of gas while we're pushing snow. While my dad finishes up plowing all the snow here, that way we can park the green toy in this section. That's where it used to be parked. I'm going to go over and shovel out some doggy doors. That'll be boring, so I'm not going to film that, but there was a lot of snow, so I do have to dig them out for the guys, because with Rogue being a little fatty, she has a hard time getting in and out of the doggy door once the snow piles up. While I was shoveling, my dad finished up plowing the snow here. Now we can park the green toy in this spot once we're done putting the motor away. My dad just went to go park cursory reverse, and I just finished shoveling all the dog doors out, so they should be happy until it snows again. Now I'll head on over to the shop and see if my dad's ready. Just got the green toy started. Now I'm in the shop. We are going to strap the motor to the pallet here. That way when it goes into trailer number 2, it'll be easier to get later on. The next time we take this motor out, it might be with the loader, so at least if it's on the pallet, it'll be easier to get to. Now we'll head outside and open up the doors. Now we are going to lower the boom down and back it into the shop like we did before. Hopefully we can get it out the same way we got it in here. That was a once-in-a-lifetime chance right there. We could have messed that up pretty bad and had drama. What if we ended up bumping the top of the roof here and messing up the new attachment on the shop? That wouldn't have been good. Now we got it all chained up and it's just off the ground a little bit, so my dad's going to pull away and hopefully we don't drag it on the ground. Now that we got it out of the shop, my dad's going to lift it up a little bit, as you can see. That way we can get it into trailer number 2. Once he's done that, I'll close the doors and head on over there and help him load it into the trailer. And then once we're done that, I'm pretty sure that's it for today. He almost got stuck backing up to trailer number 2 here. Hopefully he's close enough, he has the reach. All we have to do is set it into trailer number 2 here, so it shouldn't be that far of a reach. If all else fails, he can always try and back up a little more, but this might be close enough. I said might be close enough. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll find out. And we didn't have enough reach. As you can see, we only have the 18 feet there on it, so that's not good. You'll have to shrink it down a bit and then back up some more. That way we can just get that extra reach. It almost made it though. Whoa! Down. Okay, you're good. You got clearance. Whoa! Down. Okay, you have clearance. Not sure if you can see, but I'm trying to make sure he doesn't hit the top of the van trailer here because that wouldn't be good. Now I'm just going to turn it a bit and see if we have enough room. Officially done for today. I just came to put the little cardboard box on top of the head here. That way nothing gets inside of it because that wouldn't be very good. Now I'll head on back up to the shop and see what my dad's up to, and then grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville to do the weather. Almost 6 o'clock and I just made it back from the kingdom. Now it's time to put the skidoo away back into its shed and then let the dogs out and do the weather. Just after 6 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's negative 15 degrees Celsius, which is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty warm out today, so you know what that means. It's going to snow. I actually did do a little railing here, but not much has come down since I wiped it off last time. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out because they've been in for a little while, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, it was a good day. The screen toy does not have 6x6. Yes, the back axle has no power to it. That's why there's no chains on it, but we didn't get stuck. If we did get stuck, we had the tiny TD6 or tiny D6, known as the cursor reverse, to pull them out. All right, they're calling it a day. There's still a little bit of daylight. The boss can screw himself. He's an asshole. I've stocked the wood stove for the Swedish kid. Look at that. All right, we'll scroll this way and look at the flags. Just enough breeze to make them look good. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.